Good evening, students, and welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep IAS. So, today, before we start our daily quiz, there are two very important announcements for all of you. First is that today, that is on 31st January, from 8 p.m., we have a live YouTube session related to Union Budget 2023 and 24 and the expectations that we have from this budget. Then, after this, tomorrow, once the budget is released by the Government of India, we'll have another session again at 8 p.m. on YouTube. It's a live session again where we'll be discussing the various key highlights of this year's budget. So please do not forget to attend these sessions. The link for both of these, they are available in the video description. So let us now start with the daily quiz. Our first question is, which statements are true regarding the National Commission for Women? It is a constitutional body established in 1992. It is an advisory body to the Government of India. We have taken this question because today, that is on 31st January, we have the 31st Foundation Day event for the National Commission of Women. Now, this commission was established in the year 1992 under the Act National Commission for Women Act 1990. So, what does that mean? It means that it is a statutory body. Now, what is a constitutional body? That has a mention in the Constitution of India, and a statutory body is the one which has been established by the Parliament of India under a particular law. This commission is a statutory body. So it was established to review the various constitutional and legal safeguards that are available in India for women and recommend various remedial measures, be it legislative measures or any other kind of measures for upliftment of women in India. It also facilitates in redressal of the grievances, and it is a very big advisory body to the Government of India when it relates to any issues related to women in the country. So here, this is not a correct statement. Yes, it was established in 1992, but it is a statutory and not a constitutional body. Second statement is correct. Yes, it is an advisory body to the Government of India. So the correct answer here is B. Now the second question. Identify the correct statements. Indus Water Treaty was signed in the year 1960. India gets only 20% of the total water from the Indus system under the treaty. Now, recently, India has asked Pakistan to reconsider the terms of the Indus Water Treaty, and that is why this treaty is back again in the news. So, this treaty was signed in the year 1960 in Karachi by the Indian Prime Minister Sri Jawaharlal Nehru and the then Pakistani President Mr. Ayub Khan. So this treaty, it basically divides the various tributaries, the major tributaries of the Indus River between India and Pakistan as to who will be able to use the water from these rivers. The three eastern rivers, that is Bias, Ravi and Satluj, they came to India, while the control of the water of the western rivers, that is Indus, Chenab and Jhelum, it goes to Pakistan. So because of this division, India gets only about 20% of the total water of this Indus system, whereas Pakistan gets 80% of it. In the year 2021, a parliamentary standing committee of India, it gave a report that we should renegotiate this treaty because India is not getting the proper amount of water depending upon the ground realities. So over here, this is a correct statement. Yes, it was signed in Karachi in the year 1960. And this is also a correct statement. India gets only about 20% of the water from the entire Indus River system. So the correct answer here is C. Now the next question. Which of the following are not true? The one-child policy of China was an antenatal policy. Antenatal, that is against the birth of children. It's an antenatal policy started just after its independence. The one-child policy came to an end in the year 2015-16. China has seen a reduction in its population for 2 consecutive decades. We have taken this question because a Chinese province of Sichuan, it has allowed the unmarried individuals to raise children legally. So China is undergoing or grappling issue, that is extensive decline in population and growth of old population. So that is why they do not have enough workforce to sustain their economy. So, what was the reason for this? It was the strict one child policy that had been adopted by the government of China way back in 1980. According to this policy, a couple was allowed to have only a single child. So, this policy started in the year 1980. The results of this policy, they have started being seen in the recent years, where after 6 decades, for the first time, the population in China, it has shrunk. Moreover, in the year 2015 2016, China decided to disband their one child policy and they allowed the couples to have more than one children. However, an immediate increase in population was not seen because of the disbandment of this particular policy. So here, this is a wrong statement, because no, it did not just start after the independence, which was achieved in the year 1949. The one child policy was adopted in 1980. This is a correct statement. Yes, this policy, it came to an end in 2015-16 because the government of China, they realized that there was an extensive increase in old age population and the workforce, that is the working age population, was shrinking. This is a wrong statement because they have not seen a reduction for 2 consecutive decades. It was this year that after 6 decades, there was a shrinkage in the population. So the correct answer is C. Now the fourth question. Which statements are correct regarding invasive alien species? They refer to the endemic species that undergo uncontrollable growth, becoming the dominant species of the ecosystem. They can endanger the biodiversity of the area they spread in. So this question has been taken because there are various types of invasive alien species that have been littering the Indian ecosystems. In Kerala, an invasive alien species called Senna spectabilis is causing a havoc and it is severely endangering the local species of flora. Because of this, the Nodal Center for Biological Invasions of the Kerala Forest Research Institute, it has come out with a plan, with a management plan to eradicate this particular species. Now, the invasive alien species, they are those species which were not endemic to that particular area, but they were introduced by certain human reason or a natural reason, and then because of a lack of competition or because of a lack of a predator, they were able to increase their population a lot, and this increase in population, it increased the competition between the local species and this particular species. The local species, they were not able to cope up with the competition that was being seen by them, and that is why they start diminishing, and the invasive alien species, it becomes the most dominant species of that particular ecosystem if it is not controlled by any external stimuli. So over here, this is a wrong statement. They are not endemic species, that is, they are not naturally occurring species in that particular location. They have been introduced from outside, and that is why the term alien, that is, they are not domestic, they are not natural for that place. This is a correct statement. Yes, they can endanger the biodiversity of the area in which they spread. So the correct answer is B. Next, we come to a PYQ that was asked in the year 2021. With reference to water credit, consider the following statements. It puts microfinance tools to work in the water and sanitation sector. It is a global initiative launched under the aegis of World Health Organization and the World Bank. It aims to enable the poor people to meet their water needs without depending on subsidies. So water credit, It is an initiative of a global non-profit organization known as water.org. So that is why this statement is incorrect. It is not launched under the aegis of WHO and the World Bank. So this tries to put microfinance tools to work in water and sanitation sector. It tries to bring small loans to the people who need access to affordable finances and expert resources in order to make the solutions required for household water and sanitation purposes. So this is also a correct statement, and because it is a microfinance tool, because it is bringing small loans, it is very beneficial for people who are poor, who are living in poverty, to use these loans to install taps or toilets in their homes, and they need not depend upon the various subsidies. So this is also a correct statement, and our correct answer is C. Now we come to the fact of the day. It is related to quantum computing. Why? Because the Minister of State for Electronics and Information Technology and Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Sri Rajiv Chandrasekharji, he inaugurated the 2-day symposium on quantum computing ecosystem that was organized by CDAC. In this symposium, he reiterated the importance of quantum computing and the commitment of the Government of India to work in close tandem with all our partners and all the players involved in this technology to build an ecosystem of innovation, startups, research and development, and higher education institutions for development of the human resources required for quantum computing technology, because India wants to be a forerunner in this technology as well. So what is quantum computing? It is an area of computer science that focuses on development of technologies based on the principles of quantum theory of physics. So usually the computers, they work on bits and they use a binary system, a system of binary bits, that is of ones and zeros. Contrary to that, what quantum computer does, it uses ones and zeros, and that is why it is able to undertake all the functions that a normal computer does. But apart from that, it is also able to take the values which are between 1 and 0. So it is using ones, zeros, and both a 1 and 0 in a simultaneous manner. So this increases the processing power of the quantum computers. So while the normal computers, they work on bits, the quantum computers, they work on qubits. These computers, they use particles like electrons or photons that are either given a charge or polarized to work as 0 or 1, or to work both as a 0 and 1. So right now it is an emerging technology, and it would take many years for this technology to completely mature. However, it is expected that once this technology it matures, it will be a very disruptive technology, and that is why India wants to develop its expertise in the technology since the starting itself. Globally, the first commercially available quantum computer was released in the year 2011 by a company called D-Wave Systems. In 2019, IBM, they released a quantum system one, their own version of a quantum computer, and in November 2022, they unveiled the largest quantum computer of the world yet, known as Osprey. So that is all about today's daily quiz. I hope you were able to understand all the concepts. So do not forget to like the video, share it, and subscribe to our channel to get your daily dose of knowledge. And also do not forget to attend the special budget sessions presented by Byjus Exam Prep IAS both today as well as tomorrow. So thank you very much and have a very good day ahead.